First impressions are very good. The practice green is not in the best condition, doesn't seem particularly fast, but to be able to just come up and start chipping away without any questions asked while I'm waiting to play is that's a real bonus. And it looks like it's only going to cost me about 2,500 to play. But I've got to wait till 2 for the special deal. So I don't know if it's how slow it's going to be when I get going, but maybe it'll be a nightmare of slowness. There's a lot of people here, but it's a nice start, especially holding that chip, which hopefully I caught on camera. Very close, but serviceable.
ายค่ะสายหนึ่งพัตเตอร์
a good deal on it. It was only $13.50. Special offer, twilight after 2 o'clock. There was a real fussing around on the first tee, and I managed to sort of push in because I had actually booked and other people hadn't, even though I'd only booked an hour before. Or no, I booked on the phone, that's right. Yeah, it was a mess. And then now, yeah, there's going to be endless waiting. So as long as I just get used to it. It was nice when we actually got onto the course after the drive and walked away. I actually felt like starting to play golf again. But as I said earlier on to myself, writing it down in my diary, I'm just going to enjoy what I can enjoy from this. It's not going to be about trying to get a good score or anything, just going to enjoy going around a new course and playing it, and just put up with the endless waiting. Well, on that tee shot I saw 3 of the 4 people in front of me go into the water, including one guy who looked like he could play. So I went over the water and I've just landed to the right of the bunker. That was a real perler. That was a real perler. Albeit wind assisted, but that was 184 with the 5 hybrid. Trying the delicate 60 yard with the Vokey, binned it, and after 2 brilliant shots, gone in the bunker.
Ja, tikken. Ja. Nawijzen wat je zegt.
Okay, I had to drop my ball because it went into the out of bounds.
When it doesn't matter anymore, it just goes in.
Just had the classic caddy comment, which infuriates me just now, when I hit the ball too hard on my first terrible putt, and she went, too hard. So I told her, you don't have to tell me. It's the most awful, awful, ridiculous thing. So I'm not actually enjoying the round so far because of all the waiting and the interruptions. And you know, I'm filming, but I can't really film with the same pleasure when I'm in a group of 6 people because of 3 caddies. And so I'm just hanging in there at the moment because it's just irritating me far too much. It's just not the same pleasure. So still just slowly trying to enjoy it and trying to filter out the fact of other people around. I just don't like it. So yeah, so at the moment, can't say I'm enjoying it. A couple of good shots, but it's the same thing of all the, the constant newness, and then the waiting, and then the extra people. It just doesn't help. It's like anything you too hard. It's like a Tracy Smith again. Always wise after the event. Never controlling the event themselves. Hence, they're always all knowing. why I'm suddenly playing better with a really good drive and a good shot there is because I took my time. There's always a feeling when you're around other people and there's people behind that you've got to hurry, and all you end up doing is get bad shots. So you're not taking your time. Tell you why I got that putt. It's because I didn't listen to the caddy telling me 8 pins to the right and 600 balls to the left. I just looked at it, played it, and got it. It was a fantastic putt for a putt. moment I'm going for 3 pars in a row. It's quite funny because the Dutch bloke looks like a better player than me, but he's had a couple of meltdowns and he got frustrated and he's put another ball down and things like that. And I was playing terribly and just kept quiet. And now suddenly, you know, he just played a really good shot off the tee and got to about 12, 15 foot. And my one looks like it's about 5 foot. It was just such a glorious strike. Thing is that I'd like to play holes like this all day long. Just par 3 is over water and with beautiful scenery. Well done.
Good.
The guy got a birdie as well with a much better putt.
Very good. Two birdies.
So just like that, I find myself only 1 over bogey par. That was a crucial putt, especially the other guy who just did this tap curling along downhill from about, it might have been about 10-11 feet. And it was just unreal how good it was. Really was fantastic. And so my one, which was relatively straightforward, but suddenly felt a lot of pressure on it, but I just sort of made sure I hit it firmly so it didn't drift off and it went straight in. Absolutely delighted with that. But down to only 1 over bogey par after a nightmarish start is very, very nice. Because in the end, that's what I want. I want nice memories, some good moments, some good play, and that's all. I don't even need a good score, but now I've started to get some good moments, so that's great. By the way, that's the other guy's ball. Actually, mine is just slightly a better line. worldy chip required now, as I was aiming straight and I don't know, I must be completely misaligned on that. I'll miss-hit it. If it had gone straight I would have a nice little chip, but as it is I've got an upslope over a small bunker onto a green. Realised there was such a slope, it just landed on the green, just rolled off. No bunker after all. So the Dutch couple have gone to play the front nine again, and I've just completed the front nine in 2 over bogey par, 47. So didn't do too badly in the end. I'm quite pleased with it, given that it's the first time I've ever been here and it started in such a horrible way. And then I've just spotted it. My my ball, which looked like it was heading towards the out of bounds with my characteristic heavy fade, is on the right hand side of the fairway. So it was an absolute pearler. Oh my goodness, that was marvellous. I was half thinking I was going to lose the ball, but I didn't really mind because I'm just suddenly enjoying myself because of the peace and quiet and the pleasure of what I can see around me. That was again a good example of just an instinctive read. I can see that it's sloping, so I went far to the right, and at first I thought, oh Christ, that's gone completely wrong, but then it just came in a little bit and then came down a bit. It's well short of the green, but I knew it would be, and I decided to play more of a safety shot rather than trying to go for the flag. So yeah, once I play my own game, I start playing much better. choice of clubs there. It was only 143 and I took a 5-iron because it was windy as well and really gave it everything, and it's perfectly on the green. What a key part that was. 6-footer after being 15 feet past the pin with that fantastic 5-iron against the wind. And so, with I think 7 holes to play, I'm still only 1 over bogey par, which is quite incredible. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it now. You can hear it on the camera obviously, but that was difficult to play, partly because I was being buffeted, but then there was just the feeling of once this goes in the air it's just going to be carried into the water on the right, so I sort of made a conscious effort to try and keep it low or lower and sort of punch into the wind, and well, I've done fine. It's just so much better now there's a group behind me, but they're not breathing down my neck because they were still on the green when I was teeing off. And yeah, just makes such a difference right now. So it's really good, because I was thinking at the beginning that even though I thought I'm not going to let it turn into a mare with bad scores or bad play or even irritants, and it started to do just that, because it really does try your patience when you start seeing the messed up way they get people to the tee and they get too many people in, and oh, it's just ludicrous. And then suddenly now it just feels nice. That's amazing. I got 206 yards out of that. about to turn 5 o'clock, so there's a lovely light now. It is a shame about the wind actually, because it's making it more difficult, but the light levels now are wonderful. So that last hole was a par 5 and I got a 6, but I played it very strategically, what with the dreadful wind and you know, 3 really good shots, didn't get that close to the green. That's why I took the lob wedge, because I went and looked at it off camera first of all just to make sure there wasn't some horrendous slope, and then I just thought I want to pop it up in the air rather than trying to stop it. I just thought that would be the best play. It was really good, and I wasn't far from getting that long putt in. So yeah, that was a classic way of me playing to keep the score down. You know, play very carefully, but within my sort of limits, sort of thing. And yeah, very well played hole. It's so nice now because the wind has completely dropped. ball above the feet, schoolboy error. Just didn't give it enough boldness, and yeah, I've gone well left, and I think almost certainly in the bunker. But a poor shot, but at least I didn't scuff it. So there's water going across the fairway, so I was doing a cautious shot there because I've been hitting 200s quite a lot. That's classic, so I tried to sort of steer it and I hit trees on the left. It's just two trees there, and so I've gone no distance at all, so that might be a problem to go over the water now. I really don't know, because it's just never been here, of course. So at the moment 2 over bogey, but it'd be a shame if I suddenly get some bad holes, because at the beginning I did say that whatever happens I shall just enjoy it. Very strangely there's 2 balls. Straight over the water. So this water here, I couldn't see at all from where I was. She said it was about 100, I don't know, 80 to 100 yards. And I couldn't see it at all, so I just knew that it was only 80 to 100 to get over, so I took the hybrid. I've gone about 70 yards beyond it. Look at that. Well, yesterday I had monkeys, and now I've got a lovely black dog waiting. I think the black dog helped. Matey. Hi, mate. Another bit of helpful gravity. Another 5-iron perler. Well, with the aid of the black dog then, which was a calming influence on that 7-foot putt, which snuck round the bag and just hung on the lip for a fraction of a second to start the heart tremors, which stopped a fraction of a second afterwards as the ball dropped in the cup for a par, which gets me down to 1 over bogey par, which is quite incredible. And now I've just played a perler onto the green. If I could par this, I get down to evens. But it's just lovely to play such a good shot. Again, it's kind of instinctive. Never played the hole before, never seen it. Just had a look and thought, I need to use a 5-iron. What a read. That was the absolute read of the day. I took a look at it thinking it must be going right to left. Boldly did it and dropped. Beautiful. So incredibly, with 3 to play, I'm suddenly 1 under bogey par on my first ever trip to Palm Hills. I mean, that putt was just, I mean, it was sensational. It's good because the caddy stopped telling me anything after my little outburst earlier on where I said, you don't have to tell me if it goes too hard. And this time I just took that one quick look and thought, I've got to go well outside of the cup. And I did it, and just watching it go in was just so fantastic. But it probably would have gone past by about 3 feet and given me a knee trembler. Instead, it gave me something a little bit more ecstatic. So that's the second birdie on par 3s, 1 from 5 foot, 1 from 18 foot. I think I know which one I prefer. No, I don't. I think they're both fantastic. It's 5:45, so 3 holes to go. It really would be lovely to get under 90, but I'm so pleased that it's just been it's turned into an enjoyable day. It wasn't for a while. That's why I'm glad I spoke to camera a lot, because it captures the frustrations and then the changes. So that's really good. Well, I can't see my ball, and she said it didn't go in the bunker. I can't see it, so I don't know where it is. Oh, I think it's appeared. It's better than I thought. Well, it looks like yet another one that's gone over 200. Even with this wind, yeah, it's gone a very nice 206. been very interesting this week because I've used the 5 hybrid exclusively, and apart from, you know, going amongst trees and stuff like that, I think I've only actually mishit it once. So even today I scuffed into the ground and thought I'd gone about 30-40 yards, and then I looked up and I'd gone 120 with what I thought was a scuff, and I rode down as a scuff, and it turned out it wasn't really. It's just I took a lot of ground, and so it was 30 yards shorter than it should have been. But I still, you know, should really be using the 3 hybrid, but it's just not worth the risk at the moment. It's still very tempting to get a better 5 hybrid, like a Ping one. That might be the next purchase, because I feel that I could do well with it, because I'm doing well with my one. That was a very good shot, that one. That is absolutely incredible. It felt useless. It felt like I had a really bad line. It just carried on and on, going from left to right until it was well on the green. Because the tree is on the right here. That was in my eye line, so I had to go to the left. And I was thinking, if I could fade with an iron at will, that's what I would do. But instead I just went for the left-hand corner, and because of the contours and the slopes, it just brought it in and just carried on going. It was great to watch because I thought it would be well short of the green, because the way I hit it, it felt like a stab. And now, well, outside chance of a par, because it's a par 5. That was another fantastic read. That was just glorious. Sounds like it's a good one. That was a classic of just full commitment and confidence. Saw the trees on the left, aimed for them, knowing that the ball would just curve inwards, and it just soared up high and went perfectly. But that par on the last hole, that putt was just brilliant again. I mean, I had a sense of where to aim it. And when I played it, I thought, well, the pace is nice, but it suddenly looked wrong as the ball, because it was just so far out to the left. But then it just did what I had anticipated and curved inwards, and yeah, just another really good putt. So after starting my putting sort of badly, and that crazy one early on when I was getting a bit flustered with playing with the others, and it felt like it was going to be a grind all afternoon, I went 20 feet over or something. Since then, I've been doing really, really well. That shot, I bet if I played here every single week, 2 times a week, I would consider that the absolute perfect position for someone of my length and ability. And yet again, over 200, 212. Yeah, that's the first bad miss hit for a while. But it just opens up the opportunity for a nice floated perler onto the green. I tell you what makes me feel good about whatever happens now on the last 2 holes is I've got so much good footage and play in the can that it's turned into a success today. So that's good. That's it, there's the mare. The silly thing there was that suddenly the ground was very hard, like at Royal Hoare Hin, took the lob wedge. That was a mistake. Yeah, I think I didn't play it well because the rock hard ground, I just felt that a perler was coming on. That's the one that scuppers. Oh dear. Oh, and that's good, it's not in the bunker. That helps. Well, the main thing is I only dropped 1 shot there, so I'm still 1 under bogey par. So I could still remain under as we come up to the 18th. Well, that's not going to help my efforts to get a bogey par as I've gone in the bunker. Instead of hitting the 47-kilometre wide fairway. So I might just end up with bogey par at this rate. But I don't know. We shall see. But it was, at the beginning it felt like it was going to be in 105 or something. I don't even know what the actual score is at the moment. I just know that I'm 1 under bogey par. I don't know what the par is. It might be 72. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's 72 because I think it's 45-45 like Royal Hawaiian. But anyway, it's so good that it's turned into a real pleasure, and which it wasn't for quite a while. And yeah, fantastic. Slipped again. The sand felt so firm under my feet that I wasn't worried about it. I was just thinking I'm going to connect with this really well. And well, I just moved and I didn't, and it just popped out a little bit. I don't know where it's gone. It's hardly gone anywhere. Oh, it's gone into a free drop. Well, that was nice to experience, even though it just stopped short of the green. But at least it was nicely controlled, and I can chip on and 2-putt and get bogey par, or I can chip on and 1-putt and get 1 under bogey par. Yes. Well, that's definitely the most glorious looking finishing hole I've experienced, especially in this light. It just looks amazing with the clubhouse behind. Really wonderful. Thank goodness, bogey par at the first attempt. The only problem now though is it could be a grueling wait for a taxi, because I'm only about 10 kilometres from the hotel, but about 3 kilometres up the side side, and it doesn't look like anything's coming. Oh well, I did get 90 in the end, and that is bogey par. A real pity I didn't get 88 or 89. Dropped 2 shots, one on each of the last 2 holes. But fantastic to have done that and to have hung in there after feeling so bad early on. So yeah, 2 birdies as well. Fantastic. So some great footage and overall a really successful afternoon and experience. But no taxis. Pretty nice. So what a glorious ending to the day. I was beginning to despair of getting a taxi. I couldn't get one. And then I asked one of the caddies if there was any service to take me to the, get a buggy to take me to the main entrance 3 or 4 kilometers away, in the hope of getting a taxi on the highway. And she rang a service and that wasn't available. And then this Danish guy, who's probably in his early 70s, overheard and fantastically offered to share his taxis going up to Wat Dagerup village up there. And he had just booked an extra expensive one because there was nothing else available, and said, "Be more than happy, you can come and share it with me." And I said, "Are you Santa Claus?" And then we had a very nice 15 minutes together as we got in the taxi. It came after about 3 minutes. Beautiful. Drove straight down here and dropped me off just opposite this soy on the other side. And had a good long chat with the guy, and he was really friendly, and he even had the same story about the monkeys at Royal Hua Hin, except for him it happened on the par 3. And yeah, so good, because it was looking really grim. I just didn't know what I was going to do. I was being stuck up there, no taxis at all. I have to remember that for next time if I go again, and pre-book one. But yeah, such a good ending. Just being in that car, it was a beautiful car. And gosh, what a relief. And it was all so quick to get back down here. After meeting that guy, I was probably getting out of the taxi in 20 minutes after he overheard me talking to the girl. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. What a great day. Just loved it. And, well, hated it at the beginning, to be quite honest. And it was going to turn into another classic bad round experience in a new place like a Krung Thep Guitar, which also turned into something good at the end. But today it was even better because I actually bogey barred. So that was great, and there's going to be some wonderful footage. So, great 4 days, 5 days, 4 days, 4 days in Hua Hin. And now to have a shower and then go out to eat.